Hey everyone, Kyle once again. And welcome back to another movie review, and now back with the All Dogs Go to Heaven franchise, and after reviewing the first one, which I enjoy, and now we'll get into the sequel, which I would consider this my, I would consider my Thanksgiving movie review, because I don't think I'm not going to do one tomorrow, so, because I'll be busy of course, but I think I will consider this my Thanksgiving movie review, so, reviewing now the sequel, All Dogs Go to Heaven 2, which the first one came out in 1989. This came out in the year in 1996, and and Don Bluth, who directed the first film, is not involved with this. He's not involved with the sequel, and your characters that come back: Charlie, Barkin, Itchy, and Carface. Annabelle from the first film, which she was not named in the first one, but her name is Annabelle. And this time, Charlie is voiced in the first film he was voiced by Burt Reynolds, and now in this film he's voiced by Charlie Sheen. Don DeLuise comes back as Itchy, and Carface, who's now voiced by Ernest Borgnine. In the previous film it was Vic Tayback, but and I think it was also a different voice for Annabelle as well from the first film. And now the sequel, when it came out, well, the first film made 27 million, but this film when it came out made less than that because it debuted was at number 9 when it came out opening weekend, like in late March, and made only overall $8 million. So I don't know if it was a flop or not because I don't know what the budget is. So, but it has on IMDb it has a 5.3 and has a 38% Rotten Tomatoes, so the ratings are much lower than the first film. Now, I enjoy the first film, and I enjoy the sequel, but I would say say that I liked the sequel just a teeny bit more in the first film. No disrespect to the first film, which I always will enjoy. It's a classic as well, but also because I just get for some reason I just found the sequel just a teeny bit, just a bit better though, but not by much. I don't know why, but I just probably think it's just a the first film has sort of a darker tone to it, although there is some dark elements, tones in the film though. But the film seems a little more light-hearted than the previous film. Um, and like I said, Don Bluth doesn't I don't know why I'm yawning again. But let's say Don Bluth he's gonna come back directing as these two other directors named Paul Sabella and Larry Leker or Leker. I mispronounced the name, but and the songs I would say they're not bad though, but I think in the first film the only good song I liked was you can't keep a good dog down. And this film I don't think the songs are not quite as bad though, but what I'll get into. I don't think can name every song in this, but go get into. But getting to the story, sometime later after the first film, Charlie he's in heaven, and his friend Itchy he's now being welcomed to heaven because he passed. It looked like he choked on a chicken bone or a chicken wing, whatever. So he's now welcomed to heaven by Charlie, and he's like all happy, like Itchy, he's all happy, like he doesn't have to worry about fleas, he doesn't have to itch anymore, and oh look I can fly and stuff. But Charlie tells him that he's bored. He's bored of being in heaven. There goes a song to it, and he sings a song, but it's not Charlie Sheen that's singing. It's another voice doing the singing part. And of course, Carface, who is also in heaven as well, which in the first film, he shows that he at the end of the film he was sent to heaven, which he kind of said, which you kind of said like this guy did all these terrible things and killing Charlie and stuff, and attempted to kill this little girl, but at the same time he's sent to heaven instead of going straight to hell for all those terrible things he done, you know. But he's sent to heaven. He's still in heaven, and he at the beginning of him he shows I guess heaven has telephone poles who can you can talk to between heaven and the earth, because what he's partnered up with is on earth, and I guess in heaven you have a telephone that you can talk to between heaven and earth. I don't know why, but nitpick there. But the reason why he's there because he goes and takes Gabriel's horn. So he takes the horn, and he gets past through the gates because it gets stolen. So he manages to squeeze through the gate, and he drops the horn down and goes after it, but he loses again, and it lands somewhere in San Francisco. So Annabelle, who's the head angel, you can say, wants someone to go down and retrieve it, and of course Charlie, of course, volunteers to get it. So him and Itchy go down there together, and they're back on Earth, but they're still angels, and like people are star and stuff can pass right through them because they're angels and they're not visible. So they go to this nightclub, a dog's nightclub, and there's introduced to this female dog named Sasha, which of course which Charlie really likes. Uh, Carface is there while she sings a song, and also in the beginning Charlie sings a song in heaven, and the songs are the songs are there but not the best. I don't think they were horrible, but they were just there. Um, Carface is there. The reason why he's visible because he has these magic collars, and Charlie wants one, so he goes and takes them to this place where this old dog is to give him a collar, but they're only good till the next sundown. And as they leave, it's revealed that the film's villain is the old dog. This is not just an old dog; it's an big evil cat named Red, and he wants get his hands on the horn. So, and then he starts singing a song about that. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry. So then he goes starts Charlie makes his way, starts talking with Sasha, and goes after this place where he's taking care of a kid, which is a boy. Sorry. Sorry about that. A young boy by the name of David, who's an 8-year-old boy. He's run away because his dad's married to a new wife, so his new stepmom, and he's ran away because his stepmom is pregnant, is having a baby, and thinks that gonna care for this new baby more than him, so that's the reason why he ran away. But he wants to like go. Said he wants to go on the streets and like do magic tricks. And Charlie starts talking with Liz, and David's like, "Wow, you're a talking dog," and so is Itchy. And why is it talk? Why are you talking dog? And Charlie goes and says, "Oh, he's an angel," which Itchy says, this whole thing is not a good idea though, because he wants to hurry up and get the horn. And 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 before that, Annabelle gives him one miracle, like in case of emergency, but he uses that miracle to kiss Sasha so that she can start talking, able to start talking to David. And so they say, "Oh, we got plenty of time. Let's just go and go to this place because he knows over this place, so we can do like make money and do magic tricks." And Annabelle pops up to Annabelle pops up every now and then to "Oh, Charlie, you need to go and get that horn." He says, "Hey," I was like, "Oh, it's all right. I got plenty of time, and stuff." And then Carface, and it starts with Carface that he wants to get the horn for Red. And when they found that the horn is being taken to a police station for the lost and found section. So Charlie starts sneaks in behind past the police officers, finds the lost and found, but he can't get out. Well, he takes to the car so he can go right past it because he's an angel, so he can go right past it, but he can't because the horn is not magic as well, so he can't be able to get it that way. So he comes up with an idea to have all three of them, the dogs, and David pretend David is blind so he can walk straight in. But that plan failed, and so they just like, go over to Plan B. So just go and steal the keys from the officers, and David like uses some magic handcuffs to cuff up two officers and get the keys, and then they get the horn. And David and his dad and stepmother are at the police station because they're worried about him. He gets recognized by one officer, and they go and chase it. They go give chase through the streets of San Francisco, and Carface goes along for the ride, and he gets hit by a mail, was a newspaper stand, I think it was. And so they go and have him go to this place where this section is where like this entertainment stuff, and there it goes enters the song where he's doing all his magic tricks and stuff, and didn't work out, and it starts raining, and they head to like toward the pier and stuff. And Charlie starts talking with Sasha, saying, "Oh, I'm not really his guardian angel because I was only sent here to retrieve that horn." But Sasha reminds him, "Look at all the good things that he helped him with." And then she starts singing a song about that. Starts singing a song. I forget what the song was though, but so he wants to help David out again, but he puts the horn in this little cage and sinks it at the bottom at the pier. But because by the sundown, um, as the sundown goes down, but now the color magical color has expired, and now he's now back into being invisible, so Sasha and David can't see him. So he wants to go back to Red and get another collar. So he go back and says, "Oh, I don't need no collar." And says, I'll make a trade for the horn for another magical collar," and he shakes on it. And then you find out that he reveals himself as a big red cat, and he tricked him, and now he wants to go and get that horn. And while they're set up to where they meet him is where Carface and Red were at earlier where they sing out the song is they plan to at Alcatraz to use that horn to take all the dogs that are in heaven and lock them in this prison cells. So they because Carface he kidnaps David to Alcatraz in order to bring the horn, and when they get to Alcatraz, they trick him like there's a cage full of crabs and he has the horn. Um, but eventually he gives him the horn, and Red starts using the horn, brings all the dogs from heaven back down to the prison cells, including Annabelle. And then Red starts growing really big. Uh, but then they plan to Itchy takes the horn, but then he goes work as he has Red has everyone trapped within his claws. But then Itchy goes back and then they make a shuffle and trick him. Uh, then he gets water sprayed in his face because cats don't like water. And he has the horn. Charlie has the horn, races him up to the roof. He attempts to blow the horn, but the magic car that he was given, zaps him within his control. And then creates this big whirlpool, and the Alcatraz Island starts sinking within the whirlpool. Um, but he but eventually does play the horn, and then Red gets a crack opens up in the ground, and he's Red goes straight back into hell, and all the other dogs are sent back to heaven, and Alcatraz is put back where it belongs. And then Carface, he starts saying he apologized for everything he's done, but Red drags him back into hell because he sold his soul for the magic car that he had earlier. So he gets dragged into hell. So now Charlie and Itchy, they're sent back into heaven. They give the horn back to Annabelle. So but Itchy wants to stay in heaven because, like I said before, um no wiener dogs will like to fly or something like that. I forget what the line he said though, but he wants to stay in heaven, and Annabelle lets Charlie stay back on Earth so he can well, before he was sent back to heaven, he said that he loves Sasha, and she says the same thing back to him. But so he gets sent back. So he gets sent back to Earth, where David and Sasha are at his house, and um, David's dad, stepmom, they are happy to see them. But he says, just because having a new baby just means we don't love you as much as we do. I love you no matter what. So they head back into the house, and David is gonna have Sasha and Charlie come live with them. He has them like dog bowls, and Sasha and Charlie, they kiss, and that's pretty much the end of it. So yeah, All Dogs Go to Heaven too. I enjoy the film just by just a little bit more in the first film, but not by much, because I still enjoy the first film, because the first film was a classic. I always say that, but just by a little bit more, I enjoyed the second film just by a little bit more. Um, the voice cast, Charlie Sheen, I think he did a good job as Charlie. If I were to pick, let's see, between Burt Reynolds and Charlie Sheen, I would just say maybe I would say Charlie Sheen just a bit more, but I still like Burt Reynolds' voice as Charlie as well, though. So I would say they're both pretty good, though. But just by a wee bit more, I would say Charlie Sheen, though. But them both voices as Charlie, I think they're both very good as well. Dom DeLuise, once again, as Itchy, he was good. Ernest Borgnine, like I said in my previous review of the first film, Vic Tayback, he was fine as the voice of Carface, but I still prefer Ernest Borgnine more because he made Carface the voice in all the other franchise. But I'm also more of a fan of Ernest Borgnine than Vic Tayback is, but that's why. Ernest Borgnine is Carface. I think he did a good job. May he rest in peace. The guy who plays well, first off, the girl who plays Sasha, Sheena Easton, I think she did a good job as Sasha. I think she also did the singing. I think she also did this. Yeah, I think she did. She's also a singer as well because I think she sang a couple of themes of the James Bond films. If I'm if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think she had sang a couple of themes for the James Bond films. I think I could be wrong on that. Bebe Neuwirth as Annabelle, she was fine as well, which she'll be coming back in the more in the TV series as well. The guy who did the villain, George Hearn as Red, which looking up, he's been in a couple of films as well. He voiced Captain Ahab in The Page Master, just for a small role, and he was also in that film with Harrison Ford and Brad Pitt called The Devil's Own. And also other films he did, another film he did, which I was like, really? The guy who voiced Red in this film, he was actually in Barney's Great Adventure. He was the grandpa of the grandkids in that film. I was like, really? The guy who voiced Red in this film was played the grandfather in Barney's Great Adventure, and I already did a review of that, so you can check that out. But yeah, I thought it's like, oh wow, that guy who played the voice of this was the grandpa in Barney's Great Adventure. Really enough. Um, and like I said, the songs were not that bad, but at the same time they were not the greatest at all. Though not that bad, but not the greatest. So it's an in between. Um, and the film's on for an hour and 23 minutes, so it's like a little like 2 minutes less than the first film. So it's still under an hour and a half, under 90 minutes. So all dogs go to heaven. I think it's a pretty good sequel, I would say. And yeah, I think and uh something anything. Trying to think of anything else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think this is my Thanksgiving movie review. And maybe next for this franchise I'll review the Christmas special now, which I think I'll review in December as fitting. It's the Christmas season, I would say. And then and also during that month, I think I'll also review my the TV show as well. But for now, so yeah, for the Thanksgiving reviews, I would say I stick with the first two films, and then come later I will review the Christmas special and then the TV show as well. So, but All Dogs Go to Heaven 2. I enjoy the first one. It's a classic Don Bluth film. I said it before, and I say it again. And I also like the second film, just by even more because this is before it has like a more of a dark tone to it though. But the second film has, even though there are some dark tones probably towards the end of the film, overall it's just a little bit more lighthearted, I would say. But regardless, I still enjoy both films. Like I said, I think Charlie Sheen did a good job. The other voice casts were fine as well. So yeah, that's yeah. That's my review for the second film, All Dogs Go to Heaven 2. If you haven't seen any of these films, go and check it out if you haven't seen them. So worth watching, I would say, in my opinion. And then come until when we get in December, I will review the last All Dogs Go to Heaven film, the Christmas special. Then I'll review the TV show. So that's yeah. So that's but anyway, that's my Thanksgiving movie reviews of because I was asked before I was asked to review the first film. If anyone has asked me to review the All Dogs Go to Heaven films, here you go. If anyone knows, you know who you are. If you asked me to review the film, because I remember I was like I was asked, will you review the All Dogs Go to Heaven, and now I did. So yeah. So there you have it, my reviews of All Dogs Go to Heaven 1 and 2 for this review, the second film. So like I said, that's my Thanksgiving movie review, and hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving. Be thankful to one another. I know I am thankful, which I'm thankful for all to my family and stuff. And I'm thankful to all you who are for watching my videos. So that's what guys another thing to be thankful for. But yeah, so that's my Thanksgiving movie review. All Dogs Go to Heaven 2. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next movie review. Later.